Hi there, this is John Kirkby from iTechWA, itechwa.com.au, mobile computer IT and tech support. In today's video we're going to talk about how to repair Windows. Windows may not be booting, it may be showing signs of being corrupt or erratic. It could be caught in the boot loop, or it has even been hacked or a suspected ransomware, malware, virus infection, or it's even acting sluggish. You can also use this method as well if you wish to wipe all the contents of the data if you're selling or passing the device on to somebody else. So let's go through the 6 ways of how to repair Windows. Okay, first way of repairing Windows, assuming you've got access to Windows, that you can actually get to it and get to the system menu. So the first one here, reset Windows through the start menu. So we're going to go into the settings and system and recovery and look for these options here. I'll just explain to them here now. There's 3 ways of trying. I mean, Windows is pretty good at repairing itself. So the first one would be to use the fix problems without resetting this PC. That's going to be the first fix, but it may not work. If not, then we can try number 2, which is actually running the latest Windows updates. And as providing there's no problems with the Windows updates, that may well work. And the third option is resetting the PC. And you can then choose to either keep your data or not. So this is all accessible, as I say, through system and into recovery. And here we see the 3 options. Now when you choose option 3 here, well, it's not option 3 but option 1.3, to reinstall Windows or reset this PC, you'll get this 2 boxes first. The first one will say, what do you want to do? Keep your files, or you want to remove everything? Ideally you want to keep your files unless you know that they've all been encrypted or something's damaged to them. Or you have the choice of removing everything, which is a clean wipe and a new installation of Windows. In the second screen, it's then going to ask you, where do you want to reinstall Windows from? Now Windows does have when you install it for the first time, it has a recovery partition, and that's what you mean by local reinstall. It's going to try and reinstall the version of Windows which is sitting currently on your PC, which is the quickest way of doing it. But if that doesn't work, there is an option of going for a cloud download, which means you're downloading a brand new version of Windows over the internet. Now this is only going to work if you do have internet access. So our choice is first try the local reinstall. If that doesn't work, then try the cloud reinstall. Okay, moving on to option 2. You can restart the computer into recovery quite quickly by simply doing this. You just need to hold down the shift key with your finger and then go to shutdown or sign out and hit the restart. Now that should send you into repair mode, into the boot mode, into the recovery mode. Now option 3 is required if your PC is just not booting. It's not starting up, it's not getting into Windows, or it's in a loop, just going round and round. There's a short video on this coming up about. Hi there, this is John Kirkby from iTechWA. We're going to talk a little bit today about how to get into repair mode in Windows when your computer won't load Windows. When you end up with something like you see on the screen, which is the BIOS screen, or you see a blank nothing, there is a way, if you can't get to Windows, to actually reset your computer. We're just going to go through this now. It's a matter of actually restarting the computer 3 times, well 4 times actually, in a certain way, and on the 4th time that should get you into the Windows recovery mode. So watch what I do now. It's a matter of restarting and shutting the computer down at a certain stage, and do that 3 times, and on the 4th time hopefully we'll get into the Windows recovery menu. Okay, let's go. Okay, back again. Okay, so you can see we've got the CPU, or the desktop window, the desktop computer up here. Could be anywhere, of course. And here is the power button. So what I'm going to first do is hold this power button down, and hold it down until all the lights have gone off. Okay, and then we're going to start it by pressing it once, and we're going to wait for Windows to try and start up. Now the trick here is to watch out for the swirly screen. Not now, not just yet. Wait for the, now you see Windows is trying to load. So press the power button down and hold it. All the lights go out, gone. So that's number 1. Now we're going to do this 3 more times, and hopefully we'll get a different result. So power button on. This is the 2nd time. We'll get the logo of the computer, and then we'll see Windows starting to load with the swirly symbol. There we go. So now's the time. Hold it down. All the lights go out. That's the 2nd time. Windows almost started then. Hopefully this works. Number 3. Put the logo. Wait for the swirly. But it's actually, please wait. It's actually done it on the 3rd time this time. It's actually detected that there is a problem with the computer, and it is now starting to go into recovery mode. We'll see this, diagnosing your PC. Connecting to the network. Any moment now, it'll go into the Windows recovery mode, which is all covered under the rest of the video, the rest of the tutorial. There we have it. Your device ran into a problem and couldn't be repaired. Press or click enter. Sometimes you get that, but there you go. That's the recovery. That's the recovery screen, which is usually got to via Windows, but it can be got to if your computer is having problems booting up or starting up. Speak to you again later in the video. Hi there, option 4 now, repairing Windows. We're talking about here about using PowerShell. Now PowerShell is not for the faint-hearted, and requires you to put some information into the terminal window. Now all this, the links to this guide are all be listed below, and you can also follow up the information there. But it's a matter of running this program called dism.exe. And the way you need to do this is by clicking on the start menu here and going for terminal admin window. Say yes to terminal admin, and this is where you put the PowerShell details in. Now the DISM information. Now if this works, it will actually repair. It will look for a corruption within the Windows system, and it will repair the Windows system. Now this you can do if you've got access to Windows, or you can do it once you're in recovery mode. Now option 5 is to reinstall Windows using a bootable USB flash drive. Now this as well is not for the faint-hearted. You have to create a bootable media, and that can be a USB flash drive, it can be an external drive, or it can be a CD. And on that you need to burn a copy of Windows 10 or Windows 11 onto it, so it can be then booted up. Now it is quite detailed. There's a link here to the Microsoft site which will show you how to do it. There's also a link here which we identify where you can get Windows from for the ISO, and then the ISO then needs to be put onto the bootable media. After that you then need to tell the computer when it's on starting up to boot up, not to the hard drive, but to use the bootable media that you've created. Now this is useful especially if you've got a failed drive or a failing hard drive, but you know that the data's there, or it's just a corrupt version of Windows. So this way you can start the thing up, maybe recover the data to an external drive, and repair the drive or replace the drive. This may be the only way I've been able to do that. Now option 6 is to basically force a new version of Windows. Sometimes Windows updates will stall, or they'll tell you that they're updated when they're not. Now this gives you two ways of fixing, of basically forcing Windows to reinstall itself, even though it thinks otherwise. The first way in option 6 is to go through using the troubleshooters, which are all built in. System troubleshooters you'll find in here under settings. Look in the system, scroll down to troubleshooters. Troubleshoot. There's lots of these troubleshooters in here. Under other, you'll see there's one here called Windows Updates. Hit run here and this will force Windows updates. Other troubleshooters here you'll see for printers, networks, it's quite comprehensive, and there are a lot of built-in tools in Windows 10 and 11 these days to fix themselves. Now the other way is to actually go to the Microsoft site, which has something called the Microsoft Windows Update Assistant or Installation Assistant. Now from here, by clicking and downloading this program and running it, it will do these things for you. It will also help you create installation media for the bootable hard drives, bootable USB drive, as we just talked about earlier. So if you're having problems, at least if you can get to what they call the Windows Recovery Environment, Windows RE is this blue screen with these options on here. Hitting continue will just try and load Windows as normal, so that's probably not very good. Turning off your PC, that's probably not very useful either, because you can just simply pull the power. But there are a couple of things here. Quick machine recovery is probably the first one you want to try, and let Windows do its stuff here. Or you can go through the troubleshooting menu here, where there's quite a few different options, such as resetting the PC, advanced repairs such as startup repairs, and you can also get to the command prompt, where you might want to try running DISM, as we talked about earlier. You can uninstall updates. If you think that one of the updates has perhaps caused the issues, you can use this area here to go back and update, and then see whether it'll run. UEFI firmware settings, you may need to change these if you're trying to boot using a different media. If you've got an external drive or a USB flash drive with Windows on it, you may need to tell it to change the order of what boots up first. And there's also a system restore point here as well, and quite a lot of information from Microsoft also linked, which you'll find in the links below. Now if you come across something that says this drive is encrypted using BitLocker, you're going to have to follow this link here to show you how to unencrypt the drive before you can do anything else. Hopefully these were all of use to you, or one of the 6 was of use to you. If all else fails and you have a paid copy of Office or a business version of Office, there's always you can always contact through Microsoft. But but one of these options should get you out of trouble. Please like the video, please subscribe to our channel, tell your friends about us. Thank you. This is John Kirkby signing off for iTech WA. Have a great day.